What's up guys, if you didn't already guess, this is my 1000 subscriber special, and today we're going to be showcasing all of the good builds that I've created and how I made them. In this video, I'll be showing an in-depth guide on how I create builds and how I figure out stat order. We're also going to be going over how the Shrine of Order works and how to maximize its use. Timestamps will be included, so feel free to skip around. I'd just like to thank y'all for getting me to 1000 subscribers. I'm so grateful. I didn't actually think that I would ever meet this. So I'm just really glad that it's turned out this way. So if y'all could just help out by subscribing and liking the video, maybe even leaving a comment down below if you enjoy, that'd be great. Anyway, let's get into the video. So for the first build I'm going to be showcasing, it's actually a newer one that I've created, and it's actually the most recent one that I actually progged, and it's my Ironsing Wormtooth. And here's the stats on screen. So as you can see, I got Ironsing Pre-Shrine, and it's also a Vision Shaper build. Here's some quick clips of the build in action. So as you can see, it's pretty strong. Here's how I actually thought up the stats. If you don't want to listen to this, just go ahead and skip ahead. There's going to be timestamps. So, alright guys, so now I'm going to walk you through how I make builds, right? So for this Ironsing Wormtooth, I knew I wanted the Oath, right? You pick the Oath beforehand. I go Vision Shaper, right? I want Vision Shaper. I know it needs to have at least these two stats invested. And then I just need to go think over what I want. I want Unwavering Resolve, so that's 40 Strength. I want To the Finish an Exoskeleton, so that's 50 Fortitude. I wanted to Shrine to Vision Shaper, so I didn't have to like prog Charisma pre-shrine by going like 55 or something. So I went 75 Charisma for Unnecessary Theatrics and Manipulator. 50 Willpower is pretty good. Underdog's alright. Most of the other Willpower talents are also good. Plus, if you want, you can get Exhaustion Strike. It's not really that good anymore, but it's up to that. And then we could go 10 Ironsing here, but the problem with going 10 Ironsing in some builds, right, is it shrines the wrong stuff. In this one, it doesn't actually matter, so you don't need to get it pre-shrine. I kind of made that mistake, whatever. But in any case, you can see it shrines like this, which is great. You're getting the maximum value of all your shrines, because 50 down to 25, that's a max it can go, max it can go, max it can go. Although you aren't getting full value out of this because it's not shrining down the full 25 points. But it's really just fine. Then you can get up to 60, and then you can get up to 40. And there you go. You got their base stats for Wormtooth. You got 80 Ironsing, so you have level 5 mantras, so you can get whatever mantras you want. Level 5 from Ironsing. Then you just like pick out your Vitality, Erudition, Song Chant. You have all the right stats. And that's how I thought of this build. It took a bunch of trial and error to get to this because I didn't think of 75 Charisma right away, you know. But it's really, this is a good Wormtooth template. You can go for any other attunement with Wormtooth if you wanted. And even you could mix this around, like do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get a lot of damage, a lot of potential with this build. Anyways, on to the next build. So the next build I'm going to be showcasing is actually my Railblade Ironsing I made a while back. Here's the stats on screen. Here I'll show just some clips of the build real quick.
That's fellow Blackboard.
Oh, now
John, do you live in a white town? Hubris.
From me, we're no Cal to you. Who wants to be pigs?
So now I'm actually going to be showcasing the stats behind this build and the reason why I went them. So here we have 40 Strength, right? This is for the Strength talents like Showstopper and Unwavering Resolve. We have 50 Fortitude, To the Finish, Exoskeleton, you know, all that great stuff. 80 Willpower, we have Heretic Sutra, and we have the Heretic Sutra talents. This mainly comes from having the extra Strength and Fortitude pre-shrine, so you can actually get Unfazed and you can get Lose Your Mind, which is a huge thing when it comes to Heretic Sutra. We do have to get Ironsing pre-shrine, and this is because if you do it post-shrine, as I talked about in the other build, it actually screws it up. This shrine's to 21 instead of 20, which means that you can't get the weapon of choice. And if I show you post shrine, you'll see that the heavy weapon is exactly 80, which is the requirement for Railblade. In any case, we also go 25 agility and 25 charisma. 25 charisma gets you tough love, charismatic cast for 10% damage reduction, 10% damage. Agility gets you speed demon, which is 30% damage. And Ironsing being at 100 gives you one of the best damage reductions in the entire game with alloy blood. It's pretty much second only to, I think, reinforced armor, because reducing bleed is like just shaving their 30% damage buff in 8. It's huge. In any case, that's just my thought process on how I made this build. Alright guys, so now that I've gone over those two builds that are like sort of specialty, they're more along the lines of like you need to pick the attunement they're meant for and the weapon they're meant for. Let's go over a general purpose build that you can just use for any attunement with any weapon type, as long as it meets like Kier's Blade, Kier's Cleave, any of the Kier's weapons can be used with this type of build. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to go 40 strength. This gets you the strength talents that are basic and required. Go 50 fortitude. This is also really nice. I'm going to go with an Adrit because that works. You go 80 willpower. You got Heretic Suture. You got that stuff. Go 55 charisma right here. And then you go 1 agility, 1 weapon. Let's just go medium. And let's say I want Shadowcast medium, right? Go 1 Shadowcast. This build right here, hit save pre-shrine. When you hit Shrine of Order, it'll take you to this stats. Now you'll notice some of these aren't getting their full effect, but that doesn't matter. That's because you have so many talents that you don't actually need to level up anything in agility. You can just straight put this into your attunement up to 80, perfect. Then you get 70 and then 81 weapon. So you can actually, with this build, choose any attunement, right? Go Railblade, go anything with 80 weapon. Alternatively, if you're on something like Gale, right? If you go on Gale, like here, let's put it to Gale. So Shrine of Order. Go 80 Gale. Gale has some talents that require, so let's go Stifle. See, you'll notice Stifle Jump isn't there, but if you go up to 30 Post Shrine and 30 Post Shrine, you can get both Arrow Gliding, Stifle Jump, there we go, Arrow Gliding, and this is a pretty nice talent. I mean, it's just general use, but in any case, it's Stifle Jump, which is super important. And you still have 77 medium weapon, you have Heretic Suture, you have all of the Heretic Suture talents, you have Gale, you have all that. It's just a genuinely strong thing. And if you have Flame Charm, you can just go 30 strength, forget about go just 28 agility, and then you get more weapon damage, and you also get Ash Slam. This is just a general purpose builder template. Usually you would go like, because it's more on the magey side, I mean, you could go 1-1, or you could go 3, either 2 or 1-2, or you could even go, if you're really into using your weapon and M1s more, you go 3, or if you're using your mantras more, 3. This is just like a perfect general use. You get Contractor, you can go Oathless, you can go Fade Trimmer, and Dawnwalker. I personally hate Dawnwalker, but that's just me. Anyway, perfect general template. I would recommend this if you are just trying to find a single attunement, mono attunement build with a medium weapon, a light weapon, or a heavy weapon. This is like the go-to. This is my go-to. It's a great build. There's no real outstanding flaws with it. Alright guys, so this is just going to be a quick Shrine of Order guide on how to make the Shrine of Order builds and how the Shrine of Order works. If you guys want a longer video, just comment about it and I will eventually make one. Just like 20 likes or something on the video and I'll make a Shrine of Order video if there's enough comments. But here's how the Shrine of Order works. So when you take a Shrine of Order, right, and you press the button on the Shrine of Order to shrine, it'll bring each point, distribute it across however many other stat points you have. So say these are all 1 and I only have 100 charisma, right? When you hit Shrine of Order, it's just going to distribute all of them equally to a max down of 25 points. So as you can see, it distributed all these equally. So if you remove some of these stat points, right, you just have, say, willpower, right? you hit 100, you hit you Shrine of Order. It'll bring this up past 75, right? It'll take it from 1, right? So say 1 right here. Shrine of Order, 26. So that take it up exactly 25 points, and this exactly down 25 points. If you have more than one stat, it'll divide it equally. So say you have 1 and 100, and 15, 15. Took the thing, divided it in half, and gave it to each side. So after this, right, it is including, I believe, the innate, so that's why it looked a little bit weird. But in any case, if you do it like in Fortitude or something, Shrine of Order, they're gonna shrine a little bit differently. So in any case, now that's equal, right? The way most shrine builds work is they go around the principle that you take as many points as you can without messing up and having them all be equal. So like, for example, if I go 65 agility, look what's gonna happen. And I have like 1, 1. This build will never work. This is because when you Shrine of Order, this stuff barely goes down. See, this went down to 1 point. This one went down like 10 points or so. Like most of this stuff didn't get a very good reduction. And if you try and go for like the stuff, you aren't even gonna be able to get a full attunement with this. So what you wanna do is just take advantage, right? Get it down as far as it can while still using these to their maximum potential. And that's just genuinely how I think and how I do it.